her farm is home to some very rare varieties. Hello, Suzanne.
Hello, John.
I've never seen so many peacocks in one place.
I know, it's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It certainly is. And apart from the striking appearance of their tails, the other big thing about them is the noise, isn't it?
Well, you either love it or hate it.
Suzanne fell in love with these birds when she was a little girl, a fascination that's lasted ever since. She now protects rare breeds and has one of the biggest collections in the country. There are 14 different varieties here, including the delicate silver-pied, the tawny cameo, the tawny cameo, the tawny cameo, the tawny cameo, the tawny cameo.
To Ghana. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, says a visa waiver agreement is to be implemented between Jamaica and Ghana. Mr. Holness said the foreign affairs ministers of both countries have been mandated to negotiate and conclude the agreement. The Prime Minister was issuing a press statement at Jamaica House on Saturday, June 15, 2019, along with the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who arrived in the island earlier today for a 2-day official working visit. The statement followed bilateral talks between both leaders. So some of the Hebrew camps, you're going to look at some of the names like the African Hebrews. They have different names from the ones in the West. We have more saint names, Bible names, depending on our tribes. So, to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, the children of the book, scattered abroad. If you're going to be noticing what's going to be happening, the framework is setting up again for the Commonwealth of the children of Israel to be gathered together for Christ's return. A lot of our African brethren, some of them are our brethren, some of them may not be our brethren, but they did gather up the children of Israel, stole their land, their gold, their kingdoms, and sold them into slavery. We're seeing 2019 advertised of the year of return for all Negroes in the diaspora to come back to Africa. So what we're seeing here now is Ghana and Jamaica and a lot of other African countries telling us to come back. The thing is, a lot of governments, they already know from the Bible history that even if the Hebrews, the Israelites, the Christians, the Negroes are in captivity, they always rise above whatever situation they're in. We have made the East great, Asia great, India great, Persia, all the great empires that were formed, the Most High allowed the Hebrews to do it. Rome, British Empire, American Empire. So now that the West is great because a lot of the Israelites scattered to the West, now you see the other countries that are not doing so good. Hey, Israelites, you need to come back. You need to come back. You need to come back. Them say cow never know the use of them tail till it cut off. That kind of thing there. And when the Most High said the stone that the builder refused has become the head cornerstone stone, that kind of thing there. So this story is about visa waiver for Jamaicans who want to travel. When y'all tell people they have their slave master names, you need to find out what those slave master names were and know that the slave masters had Arab names, they had Greek names, they had Roman names, and some of those slave masters took their names from the Hebrews because the Hebrews are the people who have the best names in the earth. Okay? So you hear that name, how long it is? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We have a whole lot of state names. Saint Sebastian, Saint Aloysius, Saint Mary, Saint Elizabeth, Saint Paul, Saint Stephen, Saint Mark, Saint Joseph. We have more saint names, okay? We have a lot of names like Adasa and Agatha and Brother Shati. You remember their name there? Everything with a power name, a brother this and brother that. We have a lot of Buju names. I still need to find out the Buju and the Buja and the Bojo and the Bobo and the Bunny. All of them B names that we have, where them come from. So that's something I have to ask the Most High to reveal to me where we get those names from. Okay. So this President Akufo-Addo's visit forms a part of a Caribbean tour to promote the Year of Return Ghana 2019, which is a major landmark marketing campaign targeting the African American and diaspora market to mark 400 years of the first enslaved African arriving in Jamestown, Virginia. The Prime Minister noted that the campaign was central to our discussions, noting that the initiative presents excellent opportunities to build on the fraternal bonds and take the relations between our two countries and our peoples to greater heights. So we can use this initiative to forge increased interpersonal connections and at the same time to deepen the trade and commercial relations between our respective countries, he said. Mr. Olney said the Ghanaian president's visit reflects the continued strong bilateral relationship that exists between Jamaica and the Republic of Ghana and reaffirmed Jamaica's commitment to strengthening and deepening the relations between both countries. So the president of Ghana, he's on a tour of the countries of the West where the Negroes are to start reaching out to the diaspora, he says. We cannot have visas standing in the way of those relations, so the decision has been taken by my government to provide visa-free arrangements for Jamaicans in Ghana and facilitate and make it easier for you to accept our invitation to come and join us for the Year of Return, he said. He noted that the intention is to use the symbolism of the Year of Return, Ghana 2019, to take concrete steps to solidify the relationship between not only Jamaica, but other countries in the region. The relationship we're forming here in Jamaica will form a part of this process of solidifying the relations between those of us on the continent of Africa and those of you in the diaspora outside Africa. Okay? On Sunday, the Ghanaian president will meet with the leadership of the University of the West Indies. He will also give a floral tribute at the shrine of national hero, the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. The president will conclude his visit on Sunday by giving remarks at the opening of the 8th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference at the Jamaica Conference Center. As part of his schedule of activities, President Akufo-Addo was led on a tour of the Civil Great House and Heritage Park in St. Anne. Not many Caribbeans are going to pack up and leave the Caribbean and go to live in Ghana or any other African country, I can tell you that. So it's going to be a long shot because we've kind of made our own little islands over here and our own little countries, and we have our own little way of doing things. You see how many hardships we go through every year from the day we were born until now. Yet we stand at the top of the world in so many areas, in literature, agriculture, science, engineering, music, sports, the scriptures, the prophecies, nursing, healthcare, reading, writing, arithmetic. You have our countries like Barbados, 100% literacy. St. Lucia and those other countries, very high literacy rates worldwide, very low suicide rates, very things done. Like, we have large families, they go to universities, we travel the world, we build our houses mortgage free. Low stress rates. We have some of the top countries of the world in terms of GNP and GDP. Black America alone is like the third or fourth largest country in the world. Black America alone, outside of Canada and the United States, Trinidad is probably third. And our countries in the Americas, even though they say we're poor, when you see poverty in those countries, We ain't got no poverty that look like that. You know what I mean? So our countries are very well structured, nicely set up. We're very cultural people, very Christ-like people. We love Jesus over here. We don't want no wolipa sorcery, because Africa is not great because of a lot of sorcery and necromancy and witchcraft and jealousy and corruption. We got it too, but we're more independent and God-focused people, so we depend on the Most High and Christ and faith and work.
Yeah, man, that's the reason to be happy and to be joyful. Yeah, man. Just another year went up on mine, you know what I'm saying? So I do give thanks, you know, for all the love from my Facebook fans especially. You know what I'm saying? I posted something on June 3, you know what I'm saying? And all the wishes started coming out like it was my Earthstrong. So I took it, you understand? Because sometimes you never know if you're going to live to see your Earthstrong, you know what I'm saying? So I'm mighty grateful, you know, for all the love and everything that you showed on my page and everything. See, if Facebook is good for one thing, that's what Facebook is good for. You know what I'm saying? Making people, you know, enjoy their Earthstrong, you know, their anniversaries or whatever, even more. You understand? Because you'll be passing on the streets and you won't be getting all those, you understand? All those greetings and all those, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do give thanks for, you know, the wishes and everything. You understand? Yeah. Even if some people do see you on the road and they don't tell you anything, they just send it to you on your Facebook page. If you could see, you know, personally, face to face, wish you understand. But hey, if you can, then I do give thanks for your wishes as well and everything. You know, give thanks to my mother. You understand? Yeah, man. For bringing forth yours truly into this flat plane and into this world. You understand? I do give thanks for my father as well for the work he did as well. You understand? But kudos goes to my mom. Yeah, for enduring everything. Yeah, man. So give thanks once again on this born day. Big up to all the Geminis. You understand? Remember that we make this world a better place. You understand? No matter what sign you be, just let's try to make this world a better place. You know what I'm saying? Too much killing, people dying. You understand? You know, today you know a brethren, tomorrow is gone. You understand? Let's start making people, you know, feel our love. You know, not when they're in a goddamn box to make them feel, oh boy. You understand? Nah. So let them feel our love while they're living. Let them know that we appreciate of them and all that. You understand? So that's what's up, you know. My little Arabic music playing in the background, you know. Yeah, it's my Earthstrong, so I'm just having a ball, you understand, and just giving thanks, you know. Remember, you gotta know yourself as well, you understand. Know who you are, you know, as an individual, you know. Do not listen to what people gotta tell you about yourself. You gotta find out who you are, you know what I'm saying. So that's what's up. You know, do some more research. Don't just take the government's word for it or the priest or the pastor's word for it. You understand? Yeah, we gotta do our own research, and that's what's up. You know? And do not be divided, you know, here in Ianola and St. Lucia. Let's not be divided, you know. Let's not have politics dividing us, politics and religion, you know. That is why they were created. But you understand, we should be aware by now that that is their plan, to divide us and conquer us. You understand? And rule us, ultimately, divide and rule. So that's what it is, you understand? Let's do some more research, you understand? Yeah, and let's stop, you know, being envious of each other and grudgeful, you understand? Yeah. Remove this, you know what I'm saying, this grudge that we have, so that the acid of hatred will not erode our hearts and minds, you understand? Let's wipe away all them hatred. Whatever we gotta say, we just say it. Take it out of my mind. Do not carry it and, you know, nah, just say what you gotta say. So that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's my born day, you understand, the day I was conceived. So I'm just giving thanks, you know, to myself, to my creator, which is within me. You understand? You can't find God anywhere up there. Sins and all that, it's just a story. You understand? It never happened. You understand? That's what it is. It never happened. So that's what's up. You know, I ain't gonna take too much of your time. I didn't even plan on doing that. You understand? I just thought I was gonna make a little video, and then my man just told me, hey, why don't I post that on my Facebook page? You understand? So Yeah, so I might probably do that, you know, share it on Facebook and all that, you understand. Sometimes I should have gone live, you understand. Yeah, but it's all good, you understand. Yeah, so that's what it is, you understand. Let's know what it is and know that no one is coming and save us, or no one died on any cross for our sins. That's what's up. So I'm here blazing in Sulphur City, Soufre, you know. That's where the residence is at, you know what I'm saying? And music is blazing in the background. Yours truly, you know what I'm saying? Coming at you, you know what I'm saying? Out of the sky, which has been told to us, God is within. So we gotta search and find God within. So that's what's up. You understand? Yeah, so that's what it is, you understand? We are the ones that will save ourselves. There ain't got anyone who's gonna save ourselves, you understand? Because remember, what you sow, you reap. You can't plant corn and then believe as if, oh boy, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, reap tomatoes or cucumbers. No, you're gonna reap corn, because that's what you planted. You understand that? What you sow, you reap. You can't sow corn and then reap mangoes. You understand? That doesn't make sense, does it? You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't go, you know what I'm saying, well in the scheme of life, does it? So that's what I'm talking about. Whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you do, you are the one, you know what I'm saying, will pay for it. Not anyone else. Not anyone else. You understand? The story that is going on in this world, that it is, man. God is within us. We are the gods. You understand? And we are the devils. All it is. They ain't got no gods and no devil, no hell and heaven, man. All them things are just make up. It's just stories, you understand? Yeah, hell is not a place you go when you die. Neither is heaven. You understand that? So that's what it is, man. We gotta understand and understand what is going on. You understand? And not be tricked and bamboozled by, you know, duppies on the pulpit. That's what's up. I think for myself. Therefore, I say the shit that I say. You understand? Vis-a-vis you don't think for yourself, so you gotta wait for the pastor or run to your Bible. I don't. I am the living Bible. You understand that? The Bible stories are allegories. Allegories, which are stories written to carry a much higher or deeper meaning. But through the priests and the pastors have bamboozled us, given us the wrong story. we don't know what the F is going on, you understand? So, all more research saying, full 100, you know what I'm saying, at my residence, man. That's what it is. So we do give thanks, you understand, for the love and everything. Yeah, man. You all stay up, have a upful day, a blissful day, and all the Geminis them celebrating today. Much love and bliss unto ya. Yeah, man. Peace. That's what all I gotta give. That you wanna go, whoa. Sometimes a man can't do that, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. Let's enjoy our life, you understand? We got one life to live. Let's enjoy it to the fullest, you understand? With no regrets, you understand? No kind of regrets at all. Let's enjoy our life. It's ours to live, you know what I'm saying? And to live it to the fullest. You know, let anyone come and put any restriction on our life, tell us we can't do this and we can't do that, we can't go there. No, it's our life to control. We will get paid accordingly. Not the priest, not the pastor, not the goddamn polytricker. None of them will get paid. You know what I'm saying? We will get paid whatever we do. So let no one, you understand, put restriction on life, tell you, boy, you can't go there and you can't do this, and God said this and God said that. No, God didn't say anything to you. You know what I'm saying? Why did God tell you? Why couldn't God tell me? You know what I'm saying? God have to communicate with everyone. He can't just tell you some shit and don't tell me and tell you to tell me. And nigga, get out of here. You understand that? We have been accepting foolishness from duppies for too long, man, and questioning those dumbasses. I'm telling you, oh boy, God knows better. How the hell do you know what God wants? How the hell do you know what God wants? You all pastors and goddamn pricks. How the F do you know what God wants? Did God tell you? Like Moses on a goddamn mountain? Like you alone God is conversing with? He can't converse with all of us. What kind of a God is that? That's a biased God. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. A little more research. Me love you know, and seek to know your true identity. Know that we are not black. I got a black shirt on. We are not black. We are copper. See, I resemble copper. That's what's up. We are not black. Black is a misnomer. It's a slave title. It means death within law. So we should not say that we are black, I'm a black man, I'm a black woman. Nah. We are the Aborigines. That's who we are. Aborigines of the Americas. We ain't black. So that's what's up. You understand? Let's seek to know who we are. You understand? And defend our land and stand up for our land right here in Iron in the West Indies, man. Because that's who we are, West Indians. You understand? That's to the bone. Yeah, man. Yours truly coming at you. The indigenous one. Sulphur City, Soufre. Yeah, man. Peace, love, and bliss. You don't know. Yeah, man. I got you. Hey, ya.
Francis had a son called Isaac. Isaac had a son called Enoch. Enoch had a son called Edward. Edward had a son called Norman. And Norman had a son called Cedric. And that's me. And it's as direct as that. That's my family tree on my father's side, going back 250 years.
Historians sometimes say that there's a mystery about the disappearance of the black Georgian population that we know numbered thousands. But really the answer to that mystery is you. But really the answer to that mystery is you. But really the answer to that mystery is you.
Yes. We're going around in disguise, in camouflage, walking about the place, and many people don't know. But I'm glad that I know. I'm proud of that, because they're mine, and because it's my history, and I feel sorry for people who don't know.
What the hell are you doing in my country? What the hell are you doing in my country? What the hell are you doing in my country? And I just laughed. You say you're a long way from Harlem. He looked right and said, "Where do you live?" I said, in Jamestown. Jamestown is the slums of Accra. Still is. He shook his head and said, "You sure must love Africa." Finally, he headed back to his car, and he turned back to me. He said, "You know what I'm going to do for you?" I told him I didn't have any job, and my check had bounced. I didn't even know how I was going to get home. "I'm going to put your Harlem behind to work." And he gave me a job. Working on his newspaper, the Evening News.
The people of Ghana resisted British rule from the very beginning. In March of 1957, they become the first Africans to win their freedom. Kwame Nkrumah was ready to rule.
When I knew Nkrumah in the Harlem History Club days, my impression of him was not as a future head of state, but as an African who's going to go back and make a major contribution to his nation. He was a committed African. I went to Africa in 1958 because I've been promising myself I was going to get to Africa next year. That promise of myself went on for about 5 years before I actually got there. When I got there, all I had was a return ticket. I told an African who had read one of my stories. Africans did not define themselves by continent, but more by region, Africa as a continent began to be defined by foreigners. I was in an African magazine and wrote and got my address. I said I was coming to Ghana, get me a place in a hotel for a few days, and he didn't even go to a hotel, he even tried. He took me to the slums of Accra, and I lived right there with him. Finally, a check that was due me from America did not arrive. When it did arrive, it bounced. So there I was, and one day, Nkrumah had gone someplace. He's coming home from visit of state. There were a whole lot of people along the highway hailing his return, and so I was along with the rest of them. I was just like another African melted into the crowd. And he spotted me, and he stopped the Rolls Royce, and the motorcycle driver pulled their guns, thought that someone was about to hurt the president, you know. His motorcade stopped, and he came out.
In my life, I've always wanted to do this. I've always just wanted to host a show.
Host a show.
I've been in the business so long, and I'm the only Indian in the business today.
How do you mean you're an Indian?
The only Indian. The other one that you had out here, he's not in the business. He's a stuntman.
I only drink water. That's the only thing I drink.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you had a drinking problem for a while or something?
Well, it wasn't really. It's just, the Indians don't really get too along with the fire water, and
Are you an Indian?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I thought you were a black guy.
Hey.
You're Indian?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
What kind of Indian are you?
Like Tonto Indian?
Shinnecock Indian.
Really? You're a Shinnecock?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you were a Shinnecock.
You could have fooled me.
That's the kind I am.
Hey.
So you should be Big Chief Bastard, not Old Dirty.
His family was here when Columbus landed, huh?
Is that right?
Yes.
So you are not a black man, you're an Indian?
I'm an Indian.
No kidding. Now, this is a shock.
We are learning more today.
Hey, you look totally black.
Yeah, I was definitely Indian.
Wow.
Definitely.
See, how can everyone else who were slaves in different areas of the world recall their family's actual history, but our people can't? My question to you will be, why are you not researching your family's history by records and documentations that exist? Why are you concurring with complete strangers about your people's history, when those same people that wrote your history didn't live here in America to be able to tell you exactly what happened in the first place? So, what happened in history that allowed for our people? I'll make that a question. So, what happened in history that allowed for our people to fall so far behind? These genealogy DNA tests are merely nothing more than conjectures with less than 1% of accurate information. Actually, paternal and maternal DNA test results are totally different from genealogy DNA test results. It can only compare living people with living people, which royally limits their results to just a simple guess. Think about it. As they test her, did they dig up her mother's mother and father? And then her father's mother and father? And then what about their mothers and fathers' mothers and fathers? See, keep in mind that each generation is multiplied by 4, okay? Because only a mother and a father can produce a child. That means that these results are another form of entertainment. You can recall here was tobacco. I mean, you got honey, corn, rice fields as well. There's so many things that we could go down a list about where these resources are indigenous to this land. I mean, you can't literally grow any of these things in anywhere in Africa because those are totally different land masses. Like a slave from Africa, for example, a slave from Africa can't be brought over here, okay, and know how to farm in this land because it's a totally different landmass. I mean, the trees are different, the dirt is different, the atmosphere is different. I mean, think about it. Think about it. We taught the whites how to farm. I mean, even Martin Luther King told you that. We taught them how to farm. Then they mechanized it after they learned how to farm. So it wasn't us picking cotton, we were literally farming.
As if they're smart in this case, and no, it doesn't make them smarter than the next person at all. It's just, if you take a look at the dollar bill, in this case, they say the more dollar bills you have, the richer you are from the next person, and that's not necessarily the case. In order for a person to be rich, it's all in their mind. You're rich and wealthy when you have an abundance of knowledge. Okay, that's how the wealthy stay wealthy, and that's how the poor gets rich. Now, money is something that will come and go. And it's a piece of paper once again, but they're idolizing it as if it's life and death, when that should be coming to you automatically if you have the right mindset. You see what I'm saying?
But this is a very special day simply because I get to really be intimate with a lot of individuals that I haven't necessarily met face to face all of yet. But the fact that the support has been there, even without necessarily knowing each other, shows how special and what it means to be a native of this country and be a Native American. And for me, I had no idea. I had no idea about the history. I had no idea how inclusive this group is and what it means to be part of Standing Rock and be part of the United Sioux Nation. So I want to thank all you guys for hosting myself, my sister, my best friend Brett Carroll, my grandparents, and the fact that I get to meet my family finally. I mean, you guys have no idea. This is finally meeting my mom's family, and now I'm with you guys forever, and I hope that you don't mind that, because I don't mind it either. So.
Okay, now let me quickly go over this. I get this question asked a lot. People always ask me, hey, Dane, what books do you read? And I tell them all the time, I read a lot of books. But there's a lot of books that have inspired me to do my own research because I knew the authors of these books were limited to resources as far as deeper research is concerned. Because, of course, as far as technology is concerned, it changes every 3 months and technology has gotten a lot better. So now you're able to check and see if these authors were correct with their narratives. And I'm sure a lot of these authors, if they were still able to, they would change their narratives with certain things, with certain documents that are presented here today that you're able to see. But of course, I would want you to just write these down, still do your own research, and find out for yourself. You'll know.
And being held down in this society. And this is why
Black America is the most dangerous group of humans alive today.
We tried to build black organizations to fight for our cause. What was the response of our government under J. Edgar Hoover and the counterintelligence program of the United States government? They treated us like we were aliens, sending spies and agent provocateurs in among all our black organizations to discredit our black leaders and cause us to fight and kill one another. The government did this. The government did this. The government did this. The government did this.
James Longacre and all other contestants were specifically ordered to create their designs of images of Indians on the front. But instead, James sketched an image of his flaming red-haired 12-year-old Dutch daughter named Sarah wearing an Indian headdress. With the approval of his wife, James's sketch became his contest entry. And when asked by political figures in charge of this contest, which Indian chief is your sketch depicting, James replied and revealed that the image is not of an indigenous person to America, but of his young Dutch daughter. So the Indian head scent is not of an image of Miss Liberty, as some authors of history loves to claim. No, because the truth is that James's sketch became the official image of the initial Indian head scent exactly 24 years later, during the year of 1859.